We have seen arrays. So arrays, you know, you are storing a fixed size of elements and fixed data type elements, only similar kind of data type elements. In the runtime, you cannot grow the array size. You cannot reduce the array size. Whatever the size you fix it while creating time, that cannot be changed. But I don't know, right? In my web page, how many elements will be there? How many are there? If you are not certain about the size, you cannot take the array concept, right? Then what is the other solution for me? So arrays is a static data structure. Data structure is involved in storing the data, right? So, but I need a dynamic data structure where I can store how many elements I want. So I don't bother about what is the size, what is the data type, right? So that can be handled with the collections. So collections is one of the framework which provides a ready-made architecture to us to store the elements, to store the objects. Basically, store the objects. And you can manipulate later how you want to manipulate your data, how you want to sort your data, how you want to insert your data, how you want to delete your data, some data if you want to delete, everything you can do once you have a collection of elements. That is called collections. So collection meaning itself it is telling, right? Collection, a group of objects as a single unit. That's called collection. In this collection, you have objects only. You can store objects. That's what this collection means. So collection has a lot of ready-made interfaces and classes. They already developed. Everything is available. The interfaces they created, that interface are implemented already in the classes. That's what interface means, right? I already told you. So last week we discussed that. So the same thing I'm going to explain here one more time, interface concept. So Java collection has many interfaces, like collection is one interface, and that has many sub-interfaces. List, set, dequeue, queue. These are all the sub-interfaces, and which has a parent interface collection. Collection as a parent interface, iterable. So this is the hierarchy of a collection interfaces, and each interface again implemented in the different classes. Like list is implemented in the array list class, linked list class, vector classes. Whereas set is implemented in the hash set, linked hash set, tree set classes. So these two are the very important for us as part of our automation also. So all this collection hierarchy is available in java.util package. This is a predefined built-in package. In this package inside, we have a collection hierarchy. We have a iterable, then collection interface. Collection is subdivided into list, set, queue, and dequeue interfaces. Again, list is implemented in the array list class, linked list class, vector classes. Set is implemented in the hash set, linked hash set, and tree set classes. Queue is implemented in the priority queue, and dequeue is implemented by array dequeue class and linked list classes. These two classes implementing the dequeue. See, everything again, this is the extends, list extends collection, collection extends iterable. one interface extends to multiple interfaces. Again, set extends collection interface. Okay, so this is the everything about collection hierarchy. Now, what are the methods declared in this collection interface? And iterable interface, list to, set to, what methods they declared as an abstract methods, right? So in the interface, you have abstract methods. So what methods they declared? So let's see, we can see one by one method. So add method, the collection methods, collection is an interface. That interface methods I'm just giving. So what is the purpose of all these methods? Add method, add object element. It is used to insert an element in the collection. So what are the element you are giving that will go and store in the collection? Add method will do this element will add to the collection. This element data type is object data type. So it basically stores the objects. And add all method. Add all method, another collection you can add to the existing collection. See, collection name dot add all. So add this collection of elements to this collection. Second one. Public boolean remove method. Remove object element. So it is used to delete an element from this collection. So collection name dot remove object element. So basically this element will be removed from this collection. Make sure it is available. If it is not there, returns false to you. So if you are trying to delete the element which is not there in the it returns false, basically. The Boolean value, return type methods, right? The return type methods. Remove all. You can remove a collection of elements from this collection, a group of elements you can remove with the remove all method. You can specify one by one element, which element you want to remove, you can remove them. So another very important size method. You want to find the size of an element, the size of a collection, size of the collection. How many elements are there? We don't know size, right? Because we are not giving a size when you're creating a collection. This is the dynamic data structure. So we can increase the number of elements, we can decrease how many you want. You don't need to specify the size while creating this collection. So that's why if you want to know the size, how many elements are there, how many objects are there in this collection, you call size method on that collection. So collection name dot size method, you have to call. This will return say integer data type. See, int. So variable name equal to collection name dot size method. Clear method. So it removes all the elements from the collection. Collection name dot clear method. And then contains method. So it just checks whether this element is present in the collection or not. If it is not present, it returns false. If it is present, it returns true. So boolean b equal to collection name dot contains object element. So public iterator so returns an iterator. So iterator it equal to collection name dot iterator. Collection name dot iterator. So public object to array. So this is important. How you can iterate the collection. Generally, array you can iterate with the for each loop, right? To iterate the collection, you can use iterator method. The iterator method return type is iterator interface. So I told you return type can be anything. I covered in the functions time, methods time. Iterator can be void or without void, any data type. Primitive or non-primitive. So now this method is returning non-primitive data type, that is interface. This is the Iterator is an interface. So public object array converts collection into array. So you can convert the collection into array format also. That returns the object array. So object array name, collection name dot to array. So public boolean is empty 6 if collection is empty or not. So public boolean equals object element matches two collections. Basically, it compares. Equals method, what it will do? It compares, right? Compares the two elements. So that if both are equal, it returns true. Both are not equal, it returns false. Is empty method checks whether your collection is empty or not. So, and retain all. So collection C. So please understand, retain all or remove all. Retain all retains the collection of elements. It is used to delete all the elements of invoking collection except the specific collection. So whatever the elements you specified, these elements will retain. Whatever the other elements are there in the collection, those will be deleted from the collection. Removal is not like that. Whatever the elements you specified, those elements will be removed from the collection. Remaining element will be available in the collection. So quite contradictory between removal and retain all. Don't confuse, okay? So there is one more hash code method. Equals method is there, hash code method also will be there. Hash code method, what it will do? It will fetch the object memory address, right? Hash code value, right? Please remember that hash code method also important. Okay. That's all the methods of collection interface. Iterator interface. Iterator interface provides the facility of iterating the elements in forward direction only. So the methods of iterator interface, we have mainly 3 methods, but mostly you will use 2 methods, has next to next method. So has next method returns true if the iterator has more elements. Next element is there, this iterator will return, has next method returns a true. Then it will go to loop, while loop. So this is the code as it is you are going to use when you want to iterate the collection. So you will write like this. See, this iterator method returns a, I told you already here. Iterator method returns a iterator interface. That's the data type of the method. Variable name equal to collection name dot iterator method. So now while this it variable dot has next, if the element is there, and it dot next method. It dot next method. It is fetching the value. It is fetching the value. So that's what so this has next method and next method. So next method will fetch the value. Has next method will check the it has an element or not. If element is there in this collection, it is going to fetch, right? Fetch and stores here. If this it variable has an element or not, this has next will check. If it is there, returns true. If it is not there, returns false. So if it true means only come inside the while body, right? If it is true, comes inside, and next method will fetch that value. So what is this it variable contains? That value it will fetch. It returns an object to you. That's our next method, what it is going to do. So the same code you can use anywhere, wherever you want to iterate any collection. Either it is a set collection or a list collection, any collection you want to iterate. So this is the 1, 2, 3 lines of code. You can use loop and this one first. The collection name you replace. Your collection name you will create the collection, right? That collection name you keep it here. So that's this iterator interface. Okay. I'll just stop. I'll make small videos so that it will be easy for you guys also.